Hey, what is up, guys? Welcome back to the FACup football channel, and today we are back with another match. Match watch along. This time for Manchester United versus Everton in the FA Cup. Now, these are the lineups for today. So, for the home side, obviously being our boys, Manchester United, it is David De Gea in goal, Diogo Dalot, Rafael Varane, Luke Shaw, and Tyrell Malacia. Casemiro and Christian Eriksen make up a midfield double pivot with Marcus Rashford on the left, Bruno Fernandes down the centre, Anthony off the right, and Anthony Martial leading the line. So it is a full strength 11 for Manchester United today. When it comes to the Everton team, this is how they've lined up. So it is going to be a 5-back. In the preview, we did discuss whether it could be a 4 or 5 at the back for Everton today. They have gone with a 3/5. So that's Jordan Pickford in goal. Then it's Ben Godfrey. I was about to say Mason Holgate, but it is Ben Godfrey, Connor Cody, and James Tarkowski. Now, Connor Cody is obviously very used to playing as that central centre-back in a 3-4 Wolves. How well that will translate over to Frank Lampard's with Everton, we'll have to wait and find out. Then it's Seamus Coleman and Myalenko as the two wing-backs. It's that midfield three, which I said would see from Everton today. And that is Idrissa Gana Gueye, Onana, and Alex Iwobi, with Damari Gray and Neil Maupay leading the line for the Toffees. I'm good, NG, mate. Long time no see. How are we? I'm good. Obviously, guys, please do get into the live chat. Let me know your predictions as well for this game. I've gone for a 2-0. 2-0 little United win. So I'll be interested to hear yours as well. That's all right. I just had to check some settings, but it's all right. I'm expecting at least 3-0 with this lineup. I mean, look, yeah. I mean, you make a good point. I was expecting to see a rotated 11 from Manchester United today. We go over to this screen. This is the team I expected to see today from Erik Ten Hag. And while it's somewhat similar, it's far more full strength than I expected us to see today. So that is a strong 11. That is first team 11. We have to see our best performance, and I'm not even disappointed by it, because I look at the lineup, and I think next game we've got Charlton, and now no offense to Charlton, but Charlton are 17th in League One. No first team player should have to play against Charlton to win that game. So, with that being said, realistically, we can get away with playing a full team against Everton, rest and then all of them against Charlton, and then go into the City game in about 8 days' time, full strength with well, you don't really have to worry about injuries, and potentially and hopefully through in both the FA Cup and is that to the quarterfinals of the Carabao where we play Charlton. I want to say quarters, might even be semis, must be quarters. It would be to the semis. See, I thought it was the quarters, and beating Charlton would get us into the semis. But I just refuse to believe a League One side would be in the quarterfinal. So, beat Charlton. We're in the semi-final of the EFL Cup. I mean, we've still got some of the best teams in it. Who's left in the League Cup? I mean, actually, I take that back. As long as we avoid Man City, we can beat Newcastle, Leicester, Nottingham Forest, and Wolves. So, come on, Southampton, do us a favour. That's what I'm hearing. Come on, Southampton, do us a favour. We should get get focused fully on the FACup as long as we don't get City in the semis. Can we beat Man City though? Can we? I mean, from face value, you say obviously not. Obviously, we can't beat Man City. Man City are so good. There is no chance we beat them. But there's something inside me that says we can. Like I look at this team, and with this little boy in here, little Casemiro, I always think we've got a chance. You've got a chance when this lad's in midfield. He is so good, so good that you're always going to a game knowing that you can get some in. So, even if we get Man City, I mean, we saw Chelsea when they played Man City, literally yesterday, and Chelsea, especially in that first half, easily could have got something from that game. Now, are we better than Chelsea? Do we back ourselves to be better than Chelsea? I do. We need Chelsea to beat Man City in the FA Cup too. Oh yeah, I forgot that they played each other in the FA Cup. I mean the FA Cup. Look, this is only our first game in the FA Cup, so and pretty much all the Premier League clubs' first game in the FA Cup. But no, it is. Is it all Premier League clubs' first game? I want to say. I don't remember how it works. Yeah, no, it is. It's every single Premier League clubs have only just come in. They only come in the third round. I can't remember exactly if it was all Premier League clubs come in the third round, or it was the clubs that are in Europe come in the third round. But no, it's all the Premier League clubs. So yeah, it's far too early to even be thinking about what could happen in the FA Cup. You just gotta let it roll, and what will happen will happen. Happy New Year, mate. By the way, hope you have a great year ahead. Thank you, NG. You too. Hope everything in Malaysia is doing all well. I mean, I don't know like all the New Year's festivities in like Malaysia, because I know Asia, like obviously you have like the Chinese New Year. Like I know obviously different cultures and different places have like different stuff happening. So I don't know what kind of the dung thing is in Malaysia, but whatever it is, I hope that's gone well, and I hope it continues to go well for you in the new year. When is Chinese New Year? 22nd of January. You free on Monday at 7:30? I should be. Manesi, mate. I'll put me in as a yes, and I'll let you know if something pops up. But I should be. Two weeks time, yeah. Sunday, the 22nd of January. So what? I mean, I don't really know what Munzi. I always get it wrong. Munzi, sorry. I don't know why I get it wrong all the time. I'm awful with names. That's my excuse. Munzi. So, not to sound stupid, but kind of what is Chinese New Year? Chinese New Year, also known as Lunar New Year, is the festival that celebrates the beginning of a new year on the traditional lunar and Chinese. Alright, cheers, mate. Cheers. So is it just that their calendar's slightly different? No. Also, Romeo Beckham, sorry, David Beckham's son has joined Brentford. Very interesting. So Erik ten Hag has spoken about his choice to start Luke Shaw at left back once again over at centre back. Sorry, once again over Lisandro Martinez. Let me just get the quote. Let me just try and find the quotes. Basically, it's Chinese festive season. As long as you're Chinese, you will probably. Fair enough. Right, here we go. Ten Hag on Shaw at centre back. It's a tactical choice again, but he constructed very good centre back with position with Rafael Varane and also Tyrell Malacia, who played really well, so I want to keep that. So essentially, it's just him and both Shaw and Varane have played well together. Malacia is playing well, and we wanted to kind of keep those. They're fully fit essentially as well. So keep those together, and I'm almost certain at some point in this game we will see Luke Shaw move out to left back and Martinez come in. But right now, Luke Shaw's playing well at centre back, Malacia's playing well at left back. Why change it? Basically, I'm Malaysian, but my ethnic Chinese, hence I'm celebrating it. Bears. I mean, does like most of Asia celebrate it, or is it just kind of Chinese and those kind of people who've got like Chinese in them, yes, or like got Chinese heritage? You know what they say? Every day's a school day, innit? I tell you what, I wasn't expecting to be learning about the Chinese New Year in this stream, but we move, and I'm enjoying it. So obviously there's a lot of what's it called? I can't think what you'd call. What you'd say. A lot of tributes, that's the word. There's a lot of tributes to Luca, what's his last name? Violi? Something like that. I feel really bad, I can't think of his last name. Viali, yeah. No, Gianluigi Luca Viali. Obviously, he passed away. He unfortunately and tragically passed away today, this morning. So my thoughts and prayers go out to him and his family. I'm sorry for their loss, I guess. In a bit brighter news, David De Gea today makes his 511th appearance for Manchester United. So, good news there. And I think, obviously, David De Gea, it's a weird one with David because how long does he have left at this club, David De Gea? Obviously, I think most people would agree he's having a very good season this year. But at the same time, a lot of people still see the flaws and the issues in his game. And while I think some of the things that we've analysed and pinpointed before and in seasons gone by have improved, I think he's looking better on the ball. His shot stopping still looks great. Like I say, he's looking more composed on the ball. When it comes to sweeping, while we have seen some improvement in some games, is it on the level of an Alisson, Ederson, Ramsdale? No, it's not. Is his kind of aerial dominance, I suppose, kind of claiming crosses and stuff, is that good enough still? No, and we haven't really seen much of an upturn in that either. So there is still a lot of problems in David De Gea's game, and the reports are that United are interested in a different goalkeeper, but at the same time we're interested in giving David De Gea a new contract. So, kind of what happens with that situation is intriguing, because we all knew Erik ten Hag wants and kind of likes a modern keeper that can sweep, that will claim the ball in the air, and David De Gea certainly isn't that. And while Ten Hag speaks the good game about how he can become that, he will become that, we're still not seeing it just yet. So the question has to be, will Ten Hag stick with De Gea over the next year or two, and kind of continue to breed him to becoming that type of goalkeeper? Or will he do kind of what Pep Guardiola did with Joe Hart, where he says, you've been a great servant to the club, but here comes the new goalkeeper that's going to be the one that will take us to a Premier League title. And I suppose, even with that being said, Dean Henderson's not had a great year at Nottingham Forest. But I know a lot of people really rant and rave about Dean Henderson, and how he should be playing for Manchester United over David De Gea. So he comes back from loan. Could he even be the one to come in and take that first team spot off of David De Gea and save us having to going out and buying a new goalkeeper in general? Questions that, don't have answers to yet, but it'll be interesting to see when we do. Well, technically, yes, the Chinese heritage celebrates it, but in Malaysia, we are a big family, consisting of Asian, Chinese, and Indians, so we celebrate each other also, as the public. Fair enough. That makes sense. Well, we'll speak before then, but if for somehow or for whatever reason we don't, I hope you have a great time. You have a great, great time. That sounds more like you're going somewhere though, doesn't it? I feel, but I hope it goes great. So yeah, we are just about 15 minutes away from kickoff. Manchester United obviously needing to beat Everton. We've got one of the, as ties go, this is one of the more interesting ties of the draw. Obviously, whenever you face a Premier League club in the third round, it's always seen as a bad draw, because there are so many other clubs, majority of the football leagues in this competition still. The fact if you draw a Premier League club is always unlucky, but as ties go, I would say, aside from Man City, Chelsea, and maybe Liverpool, Wolves, it's the most entertaining draw tie of the round. So we're gonna have a good game. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we win. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we get a couple goals. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we see that front line of Anthony Martial, and Marcus Rashford all getting on the score sheets, all playing well, and just showing us that they are the real deal and that they're quality. Because we know how good they are. It's just about them showing it really week in, week out. And I think, especially when you look at someone like Anthony, especially recently, he's coming under a lot of criticism, a lot of critics on his back. And I think today's a good opportunity for him to kind of shut them down and say, look, I am good enough. Yes, the club spent a lot of money on me, but I know I'm good enough. And I'm here to show it. And I think that's a really big opportunity for Anthony today, and I think he will do it. I think he will. You're doing a Malaysian versus a Thailand watch along later, mate. Is that actually happening? Is that a real game that's on tonight? Technically it's on tomorrow, and I am working tomorrow. Unless that means midday, like midnight. Which I don't imagine it does. I will be working, unfortunately. Otherwise, I would be. I would love to do it. But if it's midday, not midnight, in the UK, I will be working. Otherwise, I want to quit this stream now and started making the graphics for the game. The heavyweight match between Malaysia and Thailand. 8:30 PM Malaysia time. Yeah, no, that would be midday. That would be midday. So unfortunately, I will be at work. So no, I would not be doing it. As I'm sure you will be shocked to know and to hear. Too bad couldn't get the ticket to the game. I mean, how big is the Malaysian national team stadium? Does that often sell out? Pardon me. Oh, sorry about that. That was really rude. I didn't eat too long ago, so that's probably why that just come out. Hopefully I'm alright for the game. Max capacity around 70k, but this time they only sold 50k tickets. Fucking hell, that's a massive stadium, by the way. That's big. Is that bigger than Wembley? No, obviously not. Wembley's 90. That's about as big as Old Trafford. That would be the third biggest stadium in the UK. That's bigger than Tottenham's. And it would be it'd be the fifth biggest in the country, in the whole of the UK. All stadiums. It's massive. Wait, what? Mate. It's not even 70,000. It's 87,000 seater capacity. I can see what you mean about the facilities. I mean, there is a massive old running track around that pitch, which does ruin a football stadium. 87,000 seater capacity, that bad boy has. That's 3,000 off Wembley. That is mental. And again, I did not expect to be talking about Bukit Jalil, the Bukit Jalil Stadium capacity in this stream. We love it though. Malaysia just love having big stuff, but we don't take care of it. Lovely. That's how we love to see it. We love it like that, don't we? Apparently, both sets of fans are seeing it against their boards and ownership. So the Glazers, the fans are singing about we want the Glazers out, kill the Glazers, that sort of stuff. And the Everton fans are singing sack the board. So all in all, these two fans love their club, love their owners. Mate, we have around like 3 out of the 10 tallest buildings in the world in Malaysia, but our economy still sucks. Yeah, that's not great. I wouldn't say that's ideal, to say the very least. Not particularly what you want to see. But come on then. It's nearly match time. Levy is the number one bullshit person, man. Is holding the Pedro Porro deal for 5 million. Want the release clause of 45. Levy wants to give 20. I don't get stuff like. I mean, look, I don't like Daniel Levy. I think he fucked it with Spurs. I never really got the decision to sack Pochettino. Then when you get Mourinho in, to sack him when he did, I think that was criminal. I mean, then yeah. I mean, at the same time, I don't have sympathy for Antonio Conte and Spurs fans in a sense, because I mean, how many right backs have you brought over the last 3 years? You've brought Jed Spence, who I was told who I always said was always a risk, and I never thought he was that good of a signing. Everyone ranted and raved about him, said, "Oh, he's amazing. He's the best thing since sliced bread. He's gonna be the best right wing back in the world, or in the league, and shit like that." There's a reason he's never played, because he's rubbish. He came from the Championship, and I'm not surprised he's not playing. You got Emerson Royale, who I was told was meant to be this unbelievable player, and he's dog shit. Matt Doherty, dog shit. So I'm not surprised that, particularly, that if Daniel Levy, is a bit worried about signing another right back, especially spending £45 million on him. That being said, if you're willing to pay 40, just pay the extra 5. But yeah, I mean, I think Daniel Levy, he's just a bit weird, because I get some of the reasons why he's done stuff. Like, obviously that stadium was a big stadium. Like, that will be your future for years to come. But not backing Poch when you got to a Champions League final, not giving him the money to invest in that squad, that fucked you. Fucked you completely. Yeah, we are bad right now. I say 4-1 United. Nico, that's big from you. You're usually so optimistic about your boys. I mean, I got rid of this. Ronaldo's gone. We got rid of the Sue. There will be no Sue sound effects in this game. Technically, Spurs is like Malaysia. Lovely. What a way to bring it back round. We're getting relegated. I mean, the league table there doesn't lie, does it? It's not looking great. And I think Frank Lampard has to be worried for his job. I wouldn't be surprised if he goes after this game, if I'm completely honest. I mean, what do you want, and what do you think about Everton, Nico? Would you go and sack him? Would you sack Frank Lampard? Do you think he needs more time? Do you back him? Because realistically, I think during the World Cup was the best time to sack a manager. But right now is the best time to sack a manager and have one lined up, because it's early January. Early January, you can sack a manager, bring someone in, give him a war chest. Right, we need to save him. We've got money. Have all this money. Save us from relegation, and we build next year. But if you wait another 2 or so weeks. So yeah, we'll say 2 weeks. You're on the 20th. 20th, you got 11 days. 11 days to find a new manager, then try and get signings in. And then obviously in that position, in that situation as well, you've played extra games. If the manager's been at that point has been sacked, chances are you've lost them, and then you're fucked. Then you really are in a tricky situation. So if Everton are going to sack Frank Lampard, they have to do it soon. 1 point behind 17th, 13th to 20th close. Yeah, I mean the league table is all very, very close. You are right. Is Anthony really justifying his price tag? Well, no, he isn't. But I think that's when it goes back to the question: how does one ever justify £100 million price tag? I mean, for 100 million, we were never going to get. Well, Anthony was never going to be £100 million player. He's coming from the Eredivisie. Realistically, when you spend £100 million on a player that is like Anthony, I mean, how old is Anthony? He's not very old at all. He's quite young, isn't he? He's 22. So Anthony at 22, you're buying not just what he is now, you're buying his future. And I mean, you pay a premium anyway. We've paid a premium anyway, so we've overspent no matter what. But you are also trying to buy someone's future. It's not like you look like with Casemiro, where he is what he is. He is the end product now, and that's what you're buying. You are buying that future as well. And right now, he's not justifying it. I think he is a good player. I think he will get better. But right now, is he justifying it? You'd have to say no. But we are underway here. As Casemiro already wins the ball. Gives it to Ericsson. Malacia wins a throw-in. Everton need Phil Jones. One more chance for Lampard. Lose this game, buy Lampard. And I can agree with that. I can get on board with that. I think Ollie will really suit Everton, not going to lie. I would be very interested to see Ole Gunnar Solskjaer get another chance in a Premier League club. I don't think he'd do that bad at Everton. No. I agree. But would Everton want Ole Gunnar Solskjaer? No. I've heard rumours that if Frank Lampard was to go, they'd get in Wayne Rooney. That is a gamble. I'll tell you that for free. That is a gamble. Like, he split opinion at Derby. Some said he did well, some said he did really badly. So he's then gone to DC United. Well, that was a weird move from him. By the looks of it, I can't say I keep up with DC United or the MLS in general, but from what I can tell, he hasn't set the world alight over in America. So, how good of a manager really is Wayne Rooney? We don't know. And can Everton afford to gamble right now on that? I would say no. Harry Maguire is replaced by a left back. Such a pity. He should move on. Look, you have to be fair on Maguire. Lisandro Martinez, who's what? How much do we spend on him? 40 million? 30 million? 30, 40 million? He's also on the bench. So, it's not just Harry Maguire that's been replaced by Luke Shaw at centre-back. Technically, Lisandro Martinez also has been. If we're talking about centre-backs being replaced by Luke Shaw. All that being said, Luke Shaw's playing very well at left-back. Centre-back, sorry. And I agree, Harry Maguire should move on. I think it's clear that him as a player does not suit an Erik ten Hag system and Manchester United anymore. So if I was him, I would be moving on as well. And I think if you look at someone like a Tottenham, he would fit in perfectly there. I mean, getting another former player as a manager doesn't look well. No, I wouldn't be getting another. Boys, if Anthony has scored, which I haven't seen yet, which I imagine he's about to, because Martial's got the ball, he's doing well. Lovely ball out to Marcus Rashford. If players score, because obviously you guys are in front. I should have said this before, he's about to score, isn't he? Here he is. Ladies and gentlemen, Anthony. Yeah, so if you guys are in front of me, please don't put in about goals and stuff that's happening in the game until I see them. Obviously, we got the timer down there. So if you, obviously, the best way to watch these streams is to sync it up. So when I see a score, you'll also see it at the same time. If you don't want to do that, that's absolutely fine, of course. But if you decide not to, please don't put in the chat about goals, assists, or big happenings in the game until I see it. Because I don't want the game ruined, same way as you guys won't want the game ruined as well. That being said, great goal from Manchester United. Marcus Rashford did brilliantly on that left-hand side. Stood Godfrey up, put a lovely ball across the line, across the box, and Anthony's there to tap home. And that's the boy. That's the boy. I told you, the front line's all scoring. I told you, all of the front line are scoring today. And there's the first of a few, I'm sure. But look, the worst thing for Everton in this situation is that not only are they now losing, clearly when you go into a game like this, playing 5 at the back, playing the team that they have, they've set up to defend and to hit on the counter-attack. When you can see 3 minutes in, that window goes out the fucking window. That plan goes out the window. Because you can't sit back hoping to play on the counter-attack when losing 1-0. It doesn't work. Because Man United don't have to overcommit now. We can just play the game, not overcommit, try and score another goal, sure, but happy in the sense knowing, right, we can sit in. We will try and do what we can to score another, but if they're going to sit in all game, we're just going to sit here happy with our 1-0. We can make it 2, brilliant, but as long as we don't overcommit, we don't put too many bodies forward, they're never going to beat us because they've got so many men back and they're so concentrated on trying to stop us themselves. So, something's got to change and Pickford's giving it away. Bruno finds Martial. Martial shoots! Just wide! Oh, what a game! What a start to this game from Manchester United. And Anthony Martial got the gloves on, shoots just wide of that far post. There's a good effort from the Frenchman. Just wide of the post. Manchester United looking good here. Oh, I love this game, man. I love this game. If you guys are enjoying the stream, please do hit that like button below and subscribe if you are new and you haven't already. That would be greatly appreciated. And please do share the stream with your friends, with your family, and on all your socials. That would be greatly appreciated. And helps to grow this community. Now 525 strong. Here's a Wobie. Finds Malpai. Goes all the way back to Connor Cody. Stiffed him a little bit there. And Bruno Fernandes is on the chase. Pickford just slashes it forward. Malpai looks to flick it on. But is that for a throw-in? Will we be able to put any winter signings? Well, technically, we've already got one done. So, and let's not disrespect this man. Arguably the signing of the season. Jack Butland is already here. Now I was meant to go live for the announcement video, but I was in bed. I was tucked up cozy in bed when that happened. Wasn't expecting it to come out at 10 o'clock. Here comes Anthony for Manchester United. Anthony, that's poor from Anthony. Can Rashford pick it up? No, he can't. Can we pull off any winter signings? Well, I think it depends on a few things. Well, one, the reports are that obviously the Glazers are looking to try and sell the club. When that sale will go through, if that sale goes through in January, I think we definitely will make signings. Other than that, I think it's hard. We definitely need to bring a forward in. Whether or not that's to replace Anthony Martial as the starting number 9 or just as his backup. But at the moment, we're in a season, we're in a position where we have no strikers apart from Anthony Martial, unless you're looking to play players like Alanga or Marcus Rashford up top. Marcus Rashford is our starting left winger, and Alanga's not good enough. As Martial has it here and bringing it forward for United. And just passes it out for a throw-in. And he's saying to Malacia, why do you not continue your run? I'm inclined to agree with Martial there. Fabrizio said we will sell before the summer. They will sell before the summer. Well, hopefully that means now, but we don't know. My fear is always with Manchester United that we always put out we have to sell to buy. And realistically, this January we shouldn't be in that position, because we've just let go of Cristiano Ronaldo. Now, if you didn't know, Cristiano Ronaldo was only on the casual 400k a week. So we go to the calculator. So that's about 20 million a year. Here's Marcus Rashford. Cuts inside. Go on, Marcus. Lay it off. Ericsson. Shoots himself. Well blocked. Casemiro over the bar. So that's 20 million. 20 million quid there. So where is that going to be spent? Where that is money we've saved. We've got to use it. The money's there now. Use it. There's no reason why we can't spend £20 million on a striker this January. We have £20 million to spend on somebody. But like I said, I imagine it's sell to buy, which means we won't get anyone, which is stupid, and could potentially cost us in some sort of race for something. Because not only can you not rely on Martial to stay fit 100% of the time, even if you could, you need to have replacements. You've got to rotate. And that's especially important when you go back to the first point about Anthony Martial being fairly injury prone. So it's a bit of a dire situation, and a situation that we have to look to rectify. Promoting is linked, but isn't he getting quite a lot of game time for Bayern? I don't think we don't get Choupo-Moting, but I'm in a position with United, whoever we sign in January to be that backup striker. So close there for Everton. I'm not sure what happens. I think what happens there is Gray shoots from the edge of the box. It hits the post, hits De Gea, and then goes wide. So we'll see it here. Gray shoots. It does. It hits the post. It hits De Gea, and then goes out. Hits the side netting and out for a corner. So big chance there for Everton. Fortunately, it's wide. But yeah, I don't really care who we get in January, as long as they do a job for 6 months. Kind of what kind of the approach Barcelona took last January, when they got Adama Traore, they got Aubameyang. It wasn't a case of these will be long-term players, as we saw. Adama Traore left on after his loan, and they didn't sign him back. Aubameyang left this summer. They came in and did a job for 6 months, and they've left. That is horrific. That is horrific. What the fuck? That is horrific. It's 1-0. David De Gea, what are you doing? What are you doing, David De Gea? I am speechless. I am utterly speechless. So the balls come in. We're hoping for some sort of offside here. VAR, is it here? That is awful. So we don't deal well. So Gray slips and it's a ball into the box. Tarkowski wins it. Casemiro and Varane get it clear. No, Rashford doesn't compete for it. Casemiro overcommits. Onana slips it through to Malpai. And David De Gea, what the fuck is he doing? He stood on the front post. And it goes through both his legs. And Conor Cody just taps in. That is awful. That is awful from David De Gea. I don't think he is offside. It hits both his legs and goes through. And Conor Cody taps into an empty goal. That is dreadful. That is dreadful from David De Gea. Goal stands, yeah. That is dreadful. My God, what the... Words can't even describe how bad how bad goalkeeping that is. I'm still confident we'll win, but that piece of goalkeeping. And look, that goes back to what I was saying earlier about David De Gea. He's been better this season, but does he still need replacing? Based off that, you'd argue yes. Here is Marcus Rashford. Give it to Martial. Tony! What a save, Pickford! Oh, what a chance for United, and it's a great save by Jordan Pickford. Marcus Rashford and Anthony Martial combining beautifully there. Martial took a good touch, opened his body up, and Jordan Pickford's out big, makes himself big, and it's a good save by the Englishman. Great save, Jordan Pickford, to deny Anthony Martial. Corner came in, well dealt with by Everton. Gray, Shaw picks it back up and just looks to flick it back into the box. Bruno competing with Coleman. Referee gives a free kick. This has not gone well. This has not gone well, has it? Luke Shaw clears down the line. Flicks it on. Throw in for Man United. Quickly into Rafael Varane. Diogo Dalot brings it forward for Manchester United. Finds Anthony. Anthony back into Diogo Dalot. Dalot into Rafael Varane. Varane back into Diogo Dalot. Manchester United moving the ball well here. Just slowing the game down a little bit. after what has been a hectic start. Luke Shaw looks to go into the box. Finds Bruno Fernandes, who heads it down to Martial. Martial shoots! Well blocked from, I think it was James Tarkowski. Martial looking very bright here in the first 18 or so minutes. Still Manchester United 1, Everton 1. And the referee's given a free kick. What a day, what a day, what a day. Are they trying to appeal for a handball? I don't understand. Why are we seeing that again? I'm really confused. Why did they show a replay for that? Are they going to show us the De Gea goal again? Because it's dreadful. It is dreadful. I don't want to see it again. It's some of the worst goalkeeping. You're really. It's Sunday League shit, mate. Honestly. Here's Varane across to Luke Shaw. Varane. Ericsson. Pops into Casemiro. Bruno. Martial. Lovely ball into Anthony. Martial offers himself again and gets it back into Anthony. Moves into Diego Dalot. Dalot could have played the ball back to Martial, but doesn't. Anthony. Dalot. Anthony. What the fuck is that? What is that? Just take the ball, trap the ball, and then do something. I'm so bored of these shitty flicks all the time. Just keep it simple, man. Just keep it simple. Anyway, if you guys are enjoying the stream, please do hit that like button below and subscribe if you are new and you haven't already. That would be greatly appreciated. And please do get involved in the live chat. Let me know your score predictions if you haven't already. Even if you don't know what's going on. Who's this now? Onana. Get up, lad. You Belgian buffoon. Double B. Belgian buffoon. Okay. We'll see what's actually happened here. So he's gotten up. Casemiro's tackled him. And he's kicked Casemiro! No, he hasn't. Casemiro's definitely kicked him. I take that back. Sorry, Onana. They can't hurt that bad. Get a grip, lad. Get a grip. What's Fat Frank saying to James? Something about make it large. Make it large. Luke Shaw. Push to Ericsson. Malacia. Oh, so that was Rashford, not Malacia. Ericsson into Shaw. Shaw goes across back into Malacia. Malacia into Marcus Rashford. Rashford, surely that's a foul. This referee, man, that's a foul. All the things you've given to Everton, and you don't give that clear as day foul on Rashford. My God. The referees are wankers, to say the least. Well, that sounded very Tory. That sounded very Tory. Varane across to Diego Dalot. Dalot just goes back into Varane. Malacia coming out wide, making himself available. Well, Luke Shaw has it now. Got to use Malacia. No, just slows it down, goes back into Varane. Now can we use the whip? Can we hit the wingers? Where's Anthony? Malacia puts in the strangest cross of his career. Not really sure who he was trying to hit because nobody was there. But here comes Everton now with Idrissa Gana Gay. He'll go back into Tarkowski, goes back into Jordan Pickford. Everton once again will build from the back here with Connor Cody. Back to Pickford, who goes long, looking for the run of Demarai Gray, but Rafael Varane will see it all the way back into David De Gea, who moves it straight into Diogo Dalot, who does well to get past Malpai and into Ericsson. Ericsson out to Terrell Malacia, into Marcus Rashford, looks for the ball into Bruno, but Everton do well to win it. And here is the Idrissa Gana Gay into Malpai, who crosses the halfway line and goes back into Onana. Good interception from Rashford. Can United pick it up? We have. And Casemiro gives it away straight away to Ben Godfrey, who goes back into Connor Cody. And Everton reset once again. 24 minutes played. Manchester United won. Everton won. 24 minutes played. Anthony and Connor Cody on the score sheets. So it's a long ball. Luke Shaw wins it up against Iwobi. Demarai Gray will pick it up though and moves it into Myelenko. Into Idrissa Gana Gay. Commons wants it out wide, but here is Iwobi. Forced to go backwards into James Tarkowski, who is very high here for Everton. Looks to slip through. Is that Myelenko? But too much weight on the pass. It's out for a goal kick. Everton really starting to grow into this game, which isn't great for Manchester United. As Luke Shaw has it now. Brings it slowly but surely out of the back line. Cross to Varane. Varane pops it out to Bruno Fernandes. He brings it down his chest well. To Varane. Luke Shaw. Crossfield ball to Shaw into Anthony. Anthony into Dalot. Back to Anthony. Anthony loses it. And here is Demarai Gray. Casemiro goes straight through him. And that is a free kick to Everton. Jordan Pickford's gone long. Malacia will win that easily and finds Marcus Rashford, who can he keep it on? Linesman says no, he can't. And Godfrey and Rashford in a little bit of a kerfuffle here. Seamus Coleman's getting involved. Break his leg again, mate. Break his leg. Coleman's not happy about something. Martial's just in the background being like, I don't get paid enough for this. They're still having a go. Just relax, boys. Relax. I don't really understand what's going on, what's happened there. So Godfrey has hold of Rashford as Rashford tries to keep it in. Rashford then gets pissed off, pushes him to the ground, and then they kind of just fall over each other. It's such a weird scenario. But we are underway again. Ericsson doing really well. Finds Bruno, slots it through to Marcus Rashford on this left-hand side for Manchester United. Up against Ben Godfrey and Seamus Coleman. He finds a return ball to Bruno Fernandes. Onana's all over him and does well to win the ball back. This referee! Oh my God, I can't be arsed. I cannot be arsed with this fucking ref. It is a foul. But when Rashford got fouled, that it wasn't given. Bruno's been booked for that as well. Honestly, man. Honestly, that's a joke. That's a joke booking. It's a foul, but it's not a booking at all. Varane goes into Diego Dallo. Ericsson. Back to Dallo. Anthony. Ericsson. Into Luke Shaw, who opens his body up well. Malassi is there if he wants him. Cyril Malacia. To Luke Shaw. Rashford. Marcus Rashford doing well up against Coleman and Godfrey. Needs some options. Doesn't get one. And Coleman brings it away. But Casemiro wins it back and Luke Shaw will just pick it up. And we'll start to rebuild for United. Bruno Fernandes dropping in deep to collect it. Looks at the run of Anthony, of Diogo Dallo. It's very much overhit. Very optimistic. Waste. The only word I would use to describe that. Waste. And they're showing the goals here again. Anthony's goal. Very well taken goal. Good goal. That De Gea goal. That Cody goal. It's horrific. It's horrific. What the fuck is De Gea doing? Here's Pickford. Goes long. Shaw wins the ball. Casemiro into Ericsson. Fakes it on. Rashford finds Bruno Fernandes. Bruno finds Ericsson. Ericsson's in the box. Anthony! Strike! Well blocked. And you can see what Everton's approach to this game is. It is just get bodies in the way of the ball. What's that? 3 or 4 blocks now from very good opportunities that Manchester United have had through, whether it's Anthony or Anthony Martial. And here is Anthony again. Finds Bruno. Puts it across. Martial's in the box. Lays it off to Tyrell Malacia. Iwobi with a great block. And Ben Godfrey looks to bring it out from the back here. Luke Shaw with a very good tackle. And United have it again. Rashford. Lovely ball into Bruno Fernandes. There's a poor ball looking for Anthony Martial though. Very poor ball from Bruno Fernandes. And here comes Everton with Demarai Gray. Up against Raphael Varane here. Good defending from Varane. But Gray still has it. Coleman. Iwobi's out wide and open. It's a poor ball from Coleman. It's an even worse touch from Iwobi. And here comes Marcus Rashford. Bringing it forward for United. Rashford shoots from range. Pickford. I think Pickford makes it look a better shot than it was. It didn't look that good from Marcus Rashford. Seemed a bit of a waste of an effort. But it did trouble Pickford quite a lot there. And we'll see it again here. Marcus Rashford picked the ball up from his own half. Just dribbled it forward. No one really ever trying to make any sort of tackle on him. And it bounces just in front of Pickford which makes it difficult for him. But I do think he makes it look a much better effort than it actually is. And I think you can see him there. I think he's disappointed that he didn't hold it. But United have it here. We've taken the throw in. It's now back with Diego Dallo just in front, just outside the D. The centre circle, sorry. Here is Anthony. Dallo. Across to Luke Shaw. Malacia is available and we use him. Marcus Rashford's taking a more central position right now. Martial's moved out wide. Ericsson. Malacia. Martial. Back into Malacia. Casemiro. Shaw. The game's just teetering right now. As Malacia just passes it into Jordan Pickford. Good pressing there from Martial and Tarkowski, but he gets away with it, Tarkowski, and gets it back to Pickford. Into Connor Cody. Back to Cody from Godfrey. Cody looks like he's going to go long. He does go straight into Malpai. He does well. And Everton have done really well there to bypass the midfield. And here is Damari Gray. He'll sprint forward. Finds Myalenko on the overlap. Myalenko delivers. It's an overhit cross, but Coleman's picked up at the back post. It's a poor first touch, but he gets away with it. Iwobi into Ben Godfrey. Bruno Fernandes with a very good tackle. Lovely bit of skill as well from Casemiro. And here is Anthony bringing it forward for United. Come on, Anthony. Casemiro, poor ball. Would you rather draw and have to play a replay from home, or just go out and focus on top four? I don't want us to play Everton again. Like, but I want to win a trophy, and I don't. With the league table in the state it's in, I don't think you have to focus on that. I don't think Spurs are very good, and I said that at the start of the season. Liverpool are very hit and miss. Van Dijk's now missing. We'll see. So he's undoubtedly going to be a big miss for them. I don't look at that Premier League and think Manchester United have to focus on it. We can go. We should be third realistically. And if it wasn't for shitty officials when we played Newcastle and us missing sitters, we would be top. We would be above them. And once we play our game in hand, we will be above them. So I don't think we have to focus on top four to get top four. I want to be in the FA Cup. I want to win the FA Cup. That being said, I don't want to play another. I don't want to replay. You know what? I'm gonna pick. I'm gonna pick just win tonight. That's my option. My option is win tonight. I would like to win a trophy this year. But I think with the Europa League, with the League Cup, I'd probably rather get knocked out. I say. And it's not to focus on the league, it's to focus on Europa League. It's to focus on somewhat the League Cup. That's done soon anyway. That gets done for the real crunch time of the season. Here's Varane. Anthony. Back to Rafael Varane, who's in the right. He's at right wing at the moment. Does Idrissa Gana Gay. Pulls it back to Casemiro, who puts the ball into an area where there's absolutely nobody. Malacia to Bruno Fernandes on the left-hand side. Looks to get the cross in. Well blocked. And Everton will look to try and play it out from the back here. Malpai is found by Idrissa Gana Gay. Diego Dallo with a good tackle. Lovely play from Varane, I have to say. Really getting forward. Absolutely sells Idrissa Gana Gay a dream. But nothing came from it in the end. Obviously. Nana's gone down like a sack of shit, man! He's gone down like a sack of shit! I hate this game. I hate this game. Throw in for Everton. We're quickly approaching half time here. About 8 minutes left to go. That would be including added time. I imagine we'll see a minute or two. And apart from the early hurrah, it's been a bit of a dull game. I think we've had a couple chances. Obviously, if you're gonna say one team's had the better chances, it definitely is Manchester United. Martial's had a few. That one that just went wide of the far post, and you've had a couple that's been blocked. We've also had Anthony's had a few blocked. We had that one. We had another one that Pickford really saved really well. Once again against Martial. Rashford had that shot. So United have had the better chances. XG will probably have in the way of Everton simply because of Conor Cody's goal being so high. Cause it was on the goal line essentially. So the XG on that will be like 0. It might even be 1. Like, I don't know how you miss it. I'll have a look. I'm actually interested to see what the XG for Everton in this game will be. Here's Casemiro. Can't find a return to Anthony with a back heel, but Everton will now look to try and play it out. Onana, Mylenko goes down the line. Dallo with a good tackle. Anthony keeps it in, finds Christian Eriksen. Eriksen goes for goal! What a shot! What a chance! Just over the bar. Christian Eriksen is millimetres away from finding the top corner with what would have been an absolute beauty on his weaker side. What an effort from Christian Eriksen. Just bends it, looking for that far post. Is it wide or is it over? Just over. That is destined for the top corner. That looked destined. I'm not sure. Where's XG then? Do we not have XG in the FA Cup? This on SofaScore. That's stupid. There's Dallo. We can't find it right now, unfortunately. I don't know what sites have XG, but SofaScore usually do. This game, for whatever reason, they don't. Here's Martial. Goes across to Christian Eriksen. Back into Martial. Martial, lovely ball into Casemiro, who turns but loses it. And here comes Demarai Gray for Everton. Gets past Christian Eriksen. Diego Dallo's getting back, but Gray skips past them both. Here is Demarai Gray still. United do win the ball back, and David De Gea does well and claims the loose ball. Here is Dallo to Rafael Varane. Goes up wide to Terrell Malacia. Marcus Rashford. He will now run with it. Martial's offered himself in the middle, but Marcus Rashford goes alone. He's got to be better than Marcus Rashford. Just use Martial in that situation. You don't need to try and take someone on all the time. Just use your teammates. A 1-2 there would be far more effective than you trying to take 5 players on. And it's just things like that about Marcus Rashford's game that it's a little tweak. And I think he'd be a much better player for it. But whether or not that's always been one of the problems of Marcus Rashford. He's always been a player that once he gets his head down, he doesn't often get it back up, and it was certainly something that we said a lot under Ralph Rangnick and why he wasn't playing a lot. And he's got better at it, but I think at times we still see it, and I think in a moment like that we saw it again. And here is Marcus Rashford. You gotta find someone again. Just pass it to Martial. He's in the box, surrounded by, well, not surrounded by per se, but there's players around him. He's great at hold up. He will draw someone in, and Martial over the last, I can't remember how many seasons, he's one of the best players at winning penalties because he's so good at drawing fouls with his back to goal. He is so good at it. Put him in situations where you can win us a penalty. Honestly. Connor Cody, look, Everton trying to play their way out here. Just a Ghana Gay. Poor ball just into nowhere. But Ghana Gay's going to chase it. Luke Shaw finds Ericsson. Not as great as he touches there, Christian Eriksen. But he gets it all under control. United have control of the game again. Martial here on the left-hand side. Lovely ball into Casemiro. Casemiro, can he spot the run of Anthony? Of Dalot, sorry. He can't, but he does actually find Anthony here. Who finds Diego Dalot. Can we get the ball into the box? Why are we not just crossing the ball? Cross the ball! I just think at times we try and overplay it. At times like that, we've got so many players in the box. Get the ball in the box. Get it in the mixer. And what's the worst that can happen? Dalot. Lovely ball into Martial, who wins us a corner. Well played, Martial. I think Martial's having a really good game again. I have to say. Look, I'm a big Martial fan. Wait, what? No, it is a corner. Thank God. I saw Tarkowski giving it the ball to Pickford. I was like, what? How is that not a corner? But yeah, no, I'm a big Martial fan. But I think he's playing really well again. And I think it's only a matter of time. If he continues how he is, that will get his goal. Just gonna go being spoken to by the referee. Go on. Come on, good delivery, Bruno. I think it was Bruno taking it. No, it's Shaw. Good delivery from Shaw. Easy dealt with. Anthony is one-footed only. That's why he can't cross from his right. Is what it is. Cross with your left then, lad. Cut it in, cross. Marcus Rashford's very right. It's very one-footed and can only really play off his right, but he can still he still got a cross in for the goal, didn't he? Ben Godfrey clears. Luke Shaw brings it down the halfway line. Seconds remain in this first half for Manchester United. Just get the ball into the box. Get it into the mixer. The referee's blown it early. Brilliant. Fair play, ref. You've blown it early when we could have just got the ball into the box. You knobhead. But yeah, so at half-time here at Old Trafford, it is Manchester United 1, Everton 1. Got to take our chances, but not in panic mode still. Hello, Pleb. How are we, mate? It has been a long time. How are we, mate? How are we? And look, we have been the better team today. Let's be clear about that. We go over to this screen. Let that load up again. Technology, eh? There we go. Like, we have been the better team. So while we are disappointed we're not winning, we can all relax knowing A matter of time, surely. It's a matter of time before we take the lead. And once we take the lead, I'm sure we'll win. I'm sure of it. I think one thing you can say is a little bit concerning is this here. Only 3 shots on target from the 10. But what would be interesting to see is because if I remember correctly, which I'm pretty sure I do, things like blocks, even if a shot's on target and it's blocked, then that doesn't count as a shot on target. So a lot of chances we've had today have been blocked. Ben Godfrey, Connor Cody, and Tarkowski have been putting their bodies on the line. Yeah. So 4 out of our 10 shots have been blocked. So theoretically, you can rise that up to we'll say 5 on target. We'll say half of the shots were on target, half of them were off target. So, I mean, that makes it a little bit better. We've had 2 big chances. One of them we missed. Imagine that's probably Martial against Pickford. Which Pickford saved, but I'm not sure. But generally, I think we've been the better team. I can't complain too much. But it is, of course, disappointing that we're not winning. But do we have it for this game? If we go over to this screen, yeah. So there you can see, look, percent of people who voted who they think will win. 75% of the people think we're going to win. So while that's not, I guess, doesn't mean we are going to win. It's a good sign. It's a good sign of how we're playing. That a lot of people, most people watching the game, are looking at this game thinking, those boys in red, they're going to win this game. Right. So I'm going to quickly go fill my bottle up, and I'll be right back. Will there be a replay or are we going straight to penalties? I believe it's a replay. I'll check that before we go. Yes. Yes, there's replay. It's a replay. So yeah, we'll be playing at Goodison if we draw. Which isn't ideal, but it is what it is. So yeah, I'm going to quickly go get myself a drink. We'll fill my bottle up because it's pretty much empty. I'll be right back. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, I'm back. So second half is nearly upon us. Hopefully, somewhat more of the same. We actually take our chances in the second half. Because like we said, we've had quite a few. We've had some good chances. Just haven't particularly taken them too well. So there's been any changes at half time. Doesn't look like it. No changes at half time. So it's the same lineups as we started with. So that is, of course, for Everton: Pickford, Godfrey, Cody, Tarkowski, Coleman, Onana, Gay, Iwobi, and Mylenko, with Gray and Malpai up top. For Manchester United is, of course, David De Gea in goal, Dalot, Varane, Shaw, Malacia, Casemiro, Ericsson, Anthony, Bruno Fernandes, Marcus Rashford, and Anthony Martial. Come on then. Second half, let's get a few more goals. Get the crowd going. Eric Ten Hag saying the same thing. Saying, come on, boys, get up behind the Red Devils. And let's go win this second half. See what, I need a piss. Should have really went at half time. I am an idiot. 45 minutes holding that in there. Come on then. And away we go for the second half here at Old Trafford. Manchester United 1, Everton 1. Casemiro across to Malacia. Rashford. Into Anthony Martial. Martial into Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes. The Dalot. Flicks it out to Anthony. Anthony up against Mylenko. Does well. Finds Dalot again. Back to Anthony. Anthony finds Casemiro. Loses it to Iwobi here. And here comes Everton on the counter-attack. Iwobi's going alone. Malacia's chasing back and does get back. And it's a good tackle from Tyrell Malacia. And surely is it a throw to United as well? Looks like it is. And Iwobi's down. Looks like he's in some pain. Looks like he just might roll his ankle or something. Looks in a lot of pain. He should be. I think he'll be all right, but that. He's just rolled his ankle, but it looks painful. He should be fine. He should be able to play on. But it is painful. We've all been there. We've all been there. Those of you who've played footy have been there with that. You kind of roll your ankle a little, like, but you get up and play. You run it off. I'm just taking this time to look at Twitter, and my God, people aren't happy with David De Gea. And I don't blame him. You know what? While he's down, actually, I'm actually going to go for my piss. DRB. Right, I'm back. So Abdoulaye Doucouré is coming on for Iwobi then. It makes sense, doesn't it? It will just be a straight swap, and he's off on a stretcher, mate. You're blagging it a little bit, lad. You're blagging it a little bit. Come on, come on. I get it, it hurts, but come on. That's happened to me, and I've run it off, and I've played on. So I'm not having it. I'm not having the stretcher. I'm not having the stretcher off. But yeah, so it is Iwobi off. Abdoulaye Doucouré is on in midfield. Casemiro moves it out to Diogo Dalot, who leaves it for Anthony, who will bring it forward here for Manchester United. Diogo Dalot still offering himself on the overlap. 1-2. Eriksen. Can he move it into Casemiro? He does. For sure. He's just shoring up that back line. But Varane, sorry. Eriksen. Eriksen crossfield ball into Marcus Rashford. Marcus Rashford does well. Marcus, get the cross in. That is a comical own goal. And it's Connor Cody! You wanker! Come on! 2-1 Manchester United. Marcus Rashford does well. But it's Connor Cody, you muppet. And it's Connor Cody. He can't stop putting the ball into that net, can he? He loves putting the ball into that net. Just a shame it's at the wrong. It's for Manchester United, and it's his goal this end, this half. Sorry, but 2-1. Here we go. I can't go to hat trick incoming. I don't think a hat-trick's incoming, but we want a Martial goal next. Rashford 2 assists, I'll count that as a goal. Like I said, I don't know what Eric Ten Hag's fed to this lad, but Marcus Rashford, he's a man reborn. Look, we still see some of his old and bad tendencies. Don't get me wrong, he's not perfect, but my God, what a player! To be fair, yeah, I mean, I can't. Apart from in pre-season, I can't remember the last penalty we got. We must have got one this season. I feel like we got. Can't have been Sociedad in the. No, they got. Did we get a penalty against Sociedad? Yeah, I think we did. No, we didn't get a penalty against Sociedad. We got a penalty in the Europa League. Was it against Ammonia? Was that our last one? Anthony cuts inside. Anthony shoots straight at Pickford. Good chance there for Manchester United. Anthony looking promising on that right hand side. I think he's had a fairly good game tonight. But still, we're still searching for a third. Anthony finds Dallo. Passes it out. Just passes it out. You've actually really got me intrigued about when we last got a penalty. Far too intrigued that really I should be. Like I said, I know we got one in pre-season. Or in like our World Cup pre-season. There's Rashford. Rashford just getting tangled up in himself. Oh no! Our last penalty was Man City. Our last penalty was Man City. It was Martial. Right, it. Last minute, Man City, Martial penalty. He smashed. He put it top corner. I still don't really know why Martial took it that day. Because Bruno was on the pitch. But Tony didn't care. Tony the Tiger didn't care. He took it and he fucking smashed it home. But yeah. Martial. Go on, Tony. Good tackle from Onana. Anthony. The Dallo. Casemiro. Raf. For sure. Malacia. Rashford. Back into Luke Shaw. United just keeping the ball. You can see it. Look at that Everton team. It's so deep. It's just a big old unit. A well-drilled unit. But the issue for Everton, it's all well and good being a well-drilled unit against Man United because of how big of a game it is, especially at Old Trafford. It's the games when you go to the, I'm going to say the Britannia, but they're not going to the Britannia this season. Maybe next season based on their league position. St Mary's, that's what I'm getting at. Like Southampton, when you go to the City Ground, those are the sort of games where they're a mess, and those are the sort of games which you have to win if you're Everton, especially given your current predicament, and they just don't win them. Connor Cody does well, finds Doucouré. Onana. Poor ball back to Doucouré. Here is Ben Godfrey. Coleman. Rashford. Go on, Marcus. Poor. Doucouré picks it up. Free kick. So for those of you who didn't know, these are the predictions we've got so far. So at the moment, Nico is the only one that's got that. Their prediction is still on. So I went 2-0. NG went 3-0. Obviously, Everton scoring ruined both of those. But Nico, he had faith in his team to score once. Not to stop 4 others going into their net, but he had faith in Everton to score one. So, is it still on? And with half an hour still to go in this game, there's plenty of time. United do have a corner here. Luke Shaw delivers into the back stick. Did Varane just leave it? From that specific angle, it looks like Rafael Varane has just left the ball. But here comes Neil Maupay driving forward with it. Now, Neil Maupay goes back into Coleman. Coleman into Onana. Onana turns and gets it out wide to Myelenko. Myelenko delivers. Malacia does well. Rashford flicks it round the corner. Finds Anthony Martial. He's got no one up to support him. But he has been pulled back for a free kick. Yeah. Godfrey there. Just a little bit late on him. Just a little bit late. Rashford gets there first. Flicks it around the corner. But Godfrey is just a little bit late trying to get there. It is a foul. It is a free kick. Is he alright? Marcus, you're alright, lad. See, I wouldn't be opposed. Even if this is, no matter what it is, if there's any sort of discomfort, just take him off. We've got Garnacho on the bench, who, whenever he's played this season, has been great. So why not just trust him? Here is Bruno Fernandes. Fernandes still. Anthony. Bruno. Somebody do something. Doucouré does well for Everton. Casemiro does even better for United and wins a throw-in. That is so good from the Brazilian international. So good from Casemiro. Come on, Diego. Finds Casemiro. To Malacia. Malacia strikes. So poor. Just Luke Shaw's given away a free kick for no reason. Why did Malacia shoot there? I mean, if you guys are enjoying the stream, please do hit that like button below and subscribe if you are new and you haven't already. That'd be greatly appreciated. So Manchester United are seeing sacked in the morning to Frank Lampard, which is probably true. But yeah, I mean, so Connor Cody, obviously 2 goals today at the Stretford end. One of them for Everton and one for Manchester United. What a boy. What a bloke. Profited off of some awful goalkeeping from David De Gea. And then we profited from some awful defending from himself. Here comes Everton. Abdoulaye Doucouré surging forward here for the Toffees. Varane, good tackle, but Coleman, shoot! Big save De Gea. David and Dalot with a huge block to deny Myelenko, who was destined to find the back of the net. Not quite cleared off the line, but cleared away from what would have been an empty goal. Here is Demarai Gray. Coleman. Crossfield ball, looking for the run of Myelenko. United deal with it well. Casemiro heads it back into the box and Bruno Fernandes just hooks it clear. Doucouré into Onana. Everton piling the pressure on now. Myelenko gets the cross in. David De Gea just about stops it from going out from a corner and looks to distribute it quickly, but we don't do it. And De Gea just has it in his arms now. Good opportunity there for Everton. They are looking, when they do get forward and when they do attack, they do look promising, Everton. United doing enough to keep them at bay. Here is Terrell Malacia. Into Martial, who's dropped in to come collect. Into Rashford. Rashford nutmegs Doucouré and wins the free kick. I don't think that's a foul, personally. I can see why it is, but at the end of the day... no. It's a tough one. Because Doucouré does technically step as well. At the same time, has Rashford ran around Doucouré and that step's got him out of the way? Or has... If Doucouré stays central, I still think Rashford runs into Doucouré. But United do have a free kick. Luke Shaw and Christian Eriksen standing over it. 2 fantastic delivery from set pieces, you must say. We've gone short into Bruno, who shoots from range. And Jordan Pickford with a strong hand to push it over. What a shot there from Bruno Fernandes from range. And it's a good save by Jordan Pickford to deny him. It was moving. It will be a corner. I don't think Luke Shaw's been great from these deliveries, but hopefully today, or this one, is different. We go short. Anthony finds Dalot. Sorry, it was Eriksen over it, not even Shaw. Here is Luke Shaw. Moves it out wide to Marcus Rashford. Up against Doucouré. Is that a free kick? Marcus Rashford, by the looks of it, is going into the book for diving. No, sorry, Doucouré is. Doucouré has been penalised. We'll see it here. Oh, it's a dive. It's a dive. And Doucouré is right to be so adamant. To be so, I guess, pissed off with that. Because it is a dive. It's a dive. He hasn't been touched, Rashford, there. He has not been touched. So Eriksen and Shaw stand over it. Going to be another one from the training ground, or are we actually just going to get the ball into the box this time? I prefer the set piece routines, you know. they're not as exciting, but like chances are we're gonna score. More likely to score from them. But Pickford has that in his hands now. Here is James Tarkowski. Another. Doucouré opens up his body and will bring it forward here for Everton. Doucouré out to Myalenko. Anthony dived in to try and make the tackle. Doesn't make contact with the ball or the player, but he does win it back here. Anthony now will go forward. Myalenko takes him down. Free kick to United. Well played there by Anthony. Very good play from Anthony. And look, with 68 minutes played, we should be quite comfortable. Neil Maupay now makes way, and I assume that's for Dominic Calvert-Lewin. It is for Calvert-Lewin. I don't think that comes as much as a surprise to anyone. So yeah, so Calvert-Lewin's on, and off goes Neil Maupay. As United try a long ball looking for Martial, but it is just overhit. It's a poor ball looking for the Frenchman. Chip forward there by Everton, looking for Calvert-Lewin, but just nowhere near anyone. And De Gea has it, can quickly roll it into Diogo Dalot. And United can look to go again. Rafael Varane. I tell you what, today Everton's goal today is the first goal we've conceded when both Varane and Casemiro have been on the pitch. I believe. That might have been a Premier League only stat, but I believe that's the case, which is very disappointing, especially given the goal it was, because it is a shocker from De Gea. Here's Rashford. To Bruno. Back into Malacia. To Varane. Malacia. De Gea. Chips it forward. Dalot. Can't get it down the line. It's out for a throw-in for United. Good chasing down there from Calvert-Lewin for Everton. We've got some changes now. So that's Casemiro off for Fred. And by the looks of it, Martial off for Garnacho. So Rashford will move central. And Garnacho will move out to the left. Garnacho on. Look, I think Martial has a good game. I think it might just be a case of resting players. Like Casemiro has had a good game as well, and he's coming off. I think it is just a case of resting important first team players. For more important games. There we go. So yeah, Rashford's gone through the centre. Garnacho's on. Eriksen flicks it forward, looking for Rashford, who finds Bruno Fernandes. Bruno finds Alejandro Garnacho. Coleman holding on to the Argentinian. He wants a free kick. Never going to get it. Just kind of basic defending there from Seamus Coleman up against Garnacho. He did slip. But yeah, looks like he slips both times actually. He turns out and looks like he slips again. And that's how the ball goes out of play. Mix up between De Gea and Dalot. But United do deal with it. Looks like Dalot's saying, I didn't hear a call. But De Gea saying, mate, I called for it. No more of that, please. I find it interesting Fred comes on for Casemiro over McTominay. Because at the start of the season, we tried this midfield of Eriksen, Bruno, and Fred against Brentford, and it went horrifically. Horrifically. We brought McTominay on. McTominay kind of helped to get us control of the game. And from that point on, that's all we saw. We saw McTominay as that kind of 6. I'm surprised he's not the one coming on today. Is Donny's career finished? Might be. It's hard because he's injured now for a year. Everton have scored again. 2-1. 2-1. 2-2, sorry. Fucking brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. It depends how long he's injured for. He's out for a year. No one will buy him if he's injured, which will prolong his United career. And then we'll see how he gets back when he's injured and where we are as a club. But yeah, Gray might be offside. That might save us here. Mari Gray may be offside. I don't know if there is VAR, but Malassi is just beaten far too easily there by Demarai Gray. It's so poor. And Calvert-Lewin finishes well. VAR does say offside. United saved there by VAR. He is offside. Score remains 2-1. Garnacho. So is there VAR or not? Why is the refereeing so suspicious today? There is VAR. There is VAR. VAR. Everton. I'm never gonna say VAR. Everton are lucky against Man United. They're lucky with the goal they've scored. So they've had enough luck today. Ball comes into the back post. Bruno Fernandes heads it across. Well defended. Malacia, poor. Malacia again with a big tackle. Referee's given a free kick. But I think we might see Malacia come off now for Martinez. Looks like Martinez is coming on. That was actually a really good tackle, by the way. Really good tackle there from Malacia. So Martinez is on. Looks like that was for sure. But no, it is Malacia. So Luke Shaw moves to left back and Malacia is on. So Martinez drops into left centre back. And Shaw moves to left back. So yeah, this is as I suspected we would see. I said this is how I said we'd see this come the end of the game. That's what we're seeing. 15 minutes to go in this game. Can United hold on to the 2-1 lead? Can we extend the lead? Or could Everton even get one back? And to be fair, why is Masters tackle early in the second half? I can't even remember the tackle you're on about. If you're talking about the one on the Wobie, it's a good tackle. I think the thing with injuries a lot of the time, and fucking hell, what the fuck's Bruno doing there? Trying to get a red card, bloody hell. But the thing is with some tackles, sometimes players get injured, and obviously it's awful when players get injured. But sometimes players do get injured, and it's not the fault of those who the tackler. Like, I remember when Harvey Elliott broke his leg. Was it Stroik who did it for Leeds? Won a red card, but because he broke his leg, the referee gave a red card. And the tackle from Malacia on Iwobi is a good tackle. He wins the ball, he's strong, he wins the tackle. Iwobi just so happens to get injured from it. It's not a foul. It weren't a foul. Will you take any Everton players? I like Calvert-Lewin. I'd take Calvert-Lewin. I quite like Onana. I think he looks quite good, to be honest. And then you're struggling. I don't rate Gordon at all. I really don't rate Anthony Gordon, so I won't go anywhere near him. The fact Everton didn't sell Anthony Gordon in the summer shocked me. When you're getting, like, was it 50 million, 60 million for Anthony Gordon, and you're saying no, you are mental. Mental, I'm telling you. We should take off Bruno for Lindelof. Varane looks tired and needs extra time. Oh, do you mean take off Bruno or Lindelof? Not take Bruno Fernandes off and just stick Lindelof at number 10? Or are you saying go 5 at the back? I'm not sure how many subs you get in the League Cup, though, as well, on a side point. Because theoretically, you could take both Bruno and Varane off. Here's Fred. Loses it to Idrissa again. Here comes Everton. To Damari Gray. Good tackle from Dallo. Yeah, if you get 5, then take both off. Hello, Sil, mate. How are we? I agree. Long time no see. How will we be doing? So Seamus Coleman's coming off for Everton. But Gordon and McNeil's coming on for Myelenko? Yeah, so they're really going for it here. So I'm living under the basis that Everton are sticking with their back 5 and both Gordon and McNeil will be wing backs. What we could see Gordon play as a winger with Gray being on the other wing. Calvert-Lewin in a centre in a 4-3-3 with McNeil playing as a left back, Godfrey as a right back. I think it will be a 3 at the back still. As Fred brings it forward. Rashford. Life is so good since Eric Ten Hag has come in. I agree. Eric Ten Hag, what a bloke! What a bloke! I was going to say something. If we do something this season, I'll go bald, but I'm not going. I cannot afford to go bald. So no, I'm not making any bets about going bald. Always knew Ollie was one of the biggest problems. Wow. I mean, to be fair, I agree. At the same time, I do wonder where we would be had we have had Casemiro under Ollie and Ragnick. Don't get me wrong, I don't think we'll be where we are, but we all still saw the problems that we were having when we were playing with either McTominay or Fred in that Casemiro role. But I guess you could also say to that, McTominay and Maguire are coming on. So Eriksen is off for McTominay. And I assume Varane, Maguire. So the return of McFred. And Anthony? What? What? So, Bruno will go into there. Is Lisandro Martinez going midfield? Is that what we're seeing? What? Is it just a back three? Why have we gone to a back three? My God. So, by the looks of it, it might be this. Three, 5-2. I think that's what we're doing. Shaw's there. Comedy and Fred there. Yeah. There. That's the team. So, Anthony's off. It was Eriksen. I think that's... I find that weird, you know. Good defending from Lisandro Martinez. Gets his body in the way and just sees out for a corner. A goal kick, sorry. Not a corner. Goal kick. Well defended from Lisandro. So 21 minutes. Oh, not 21 minutes. I've read the scoreline. Just over 5 minutes to go. Just over 5 minutes to go. Scoreline is Manchester United 2, Everton 1. As we creak into the 4 remaining minutes. Added time wise, I imagine probably 3 minutes. 3 minutes of added time. Not many goals in this second half. But we've had quite a lot of subs. But it's about seeing the game out, isn't it, at this point? We'll do that. Here is Marcus Rashford. Marcus! Just too much, man. You shouldn't go back outside there. He's on the inside. Either take a touch and smash it for the back post or at the keeper's leg, through the keeper's legs, or put it across. There, it's too much. It shouldn't be going on the outside there. The move's on the inside. I think that's poor from Marcus Rashford there. Bruno delivers. Poor cross. Sandro Martinez, he's alright? He's fine. He's fine. Ladies and gentlemen, he's fine. It was a free kick to United. Edge of the box. Rashford and Bruno standing over it. I would say this is just about Marcus Rashford territory. Pickford knows all about Marcus and his free kicks after the one he scored against Wales. Can Marcus Rashford produce a masterpiece? Come on, Marcus. Rashford and Bruno Fernandes standing over the free kick. Who will take it? Will either of them score it? It will be Rashford. Goes for goal. Just over the bar. Not a bad effort from the Englishman, but it is over the bar. I think that is a goal kick. He's going for a curling effort. No, it is a corner. Pickford got a touch onto it and pushes it over. And could this be Frank Lampard's last game in charge of Everton? We're into the last minute of normal time. Manchester United 2, Everton 1. Can we get one more? Bruno Fernandes will take the corner. Looks for the back stick. Fred volleys. Cleared. Shaw keeps it alive. Godfrey heads it forward again. Varane. Can he get it out wide to Bruno Fernandes? He does. Bruno Fernandes loses it here now, though. And there will be 6 minutes of added time. 6. Are you taking the piss? Cody. Looks for Doucouré. Fred can't win it back. Gordon. Finds Gray. Doucouré. Back to Gray. Gray cuts in. Shoots. Good save, David De Gea. Gray did well. Fired towards De Gea, but it's an easy save for the Spaniard. No, just more of the same, please, David. More of the same. Is that a free kick? No. I don't like, since we've gone to 5 at the back, Everton find it much easier to get great chances against us. And here is Dressagana Gay. Out to McNeil. Gay. Still Gay into McNeil. McNeil still tries to get the cross in. Out for a goal. A corner, sorry. Out for a corner. Frank Lampard knows how much this game means to those Everton fans. How much it means to his job. Could it be all over for Frank Lampard? Could it be all over for Everton? They've got just over 4 minutes to find a goal, to take this to a second tie. Gray delivers. It's over everyone. Godfrey brings it down inside the box. Chips it into the back post. Referee says goal kick. Everton are fuming. What a chance for Everton. Doucouré has his hands on his head. He can't believe the referee's given a goal kick. Can't believe he's missed the ball. It should be a corner. Hey, what, this referee has been awful. He really has been awful. Hey, goes long. Rashford wins it, flicks it forward, looking for Garnacho. Pickford collects. Marcus Rashford's been given man of the match. I don't think you can really be surprised. 2 assists in, well, assists for both goals for United, and might be about to get United's third and his first. Ben Godfrey, what a piece of defending from him. Not great from Rashford there. Got the ball stuck in his feet. Never really got into full stride there because of a poor first touch, which gave Godfrey the chance to get back and make a great recovery challenge. But good defending nonetheless from Everton. And United have a corner. Looks like we're going to look to try and hold it into the corner. Bruno into Rashford. Rashford just kicks it against Godfrey. It's Gordon, sorry, not Godfrey. And is it a throw-in or another corner? Another corner for United. Lampard knows the sack looms. He'll be encouraged by recent performances against the likes of Man City and tonight against Manchester United. But that Brighton defeat, alongside too many defeats, looks like they might be too much for him. He kept them up last year. But as it stands, you'll see him go back down. You'll see them in a relegation battle come the end of this season. And that's not good enough for Everton. They've got higher aspirations than that. Rightly or wrongly, they do. And with a minute and a half to go here, they're going out the FA Cup. They're in the relegation zone. They're not in the League Cup. What are they going to be playing for? Survival in the Premier League. And even at that, they don't look to be very successful. As Garnacho drives forward here in the box. Garnacho goes down. And referee says penalty. It's a penalty for Manchester United in the 90th. At the death, United have a penalty. It's a penalty, right? VAR will check it. I think that's a penalty. Oh, well, I don't think it's a penalty, but at the same time, it is a penalty because referee has given it as a penalty. So clear and obvious, that's not a clear and obvious mistake. So it's a penalty. And Rashford's going to take it. What's happened to Bruno on penalties? Is Marcus Rashford stepping up to take it? He wants a 5th goal. Yeah. Yeah, I see that. And Marcus Rashford up against Jordan Pickford. They would have been in this position a lot during December for the World Cup. Rashford versus Jordan Pickford. Number 10 versus number 1. Is it going to be 3-1 or 2-1? Marcus Rashford sends Pickford the wrong way, rolls it into the far corner, and it's 3-1 Manchester United, and that will be the way it ends. And he does his new, is it trademark celebration? Lovely stuff. Lovely stuff. Great finish to this game. Manchester United 3, Everton 1. And it will surely wrap this game up. And surely this is the end for Frank Lampard and Everton. Everton played like prime Barcelona with the passing. Everton ain't been great. Everton ain't been great. They've had moments, but generally they've not been great. And for a manager that's been there now for 2 years, for over a year, you'd expect to see more from Everton, in my opinion. I don't see how Lampard can continue. And I've never rated Lampard. Never really particularly rated Lampard at all. And there we go. There's full time here at Old Trafford. Manchester United win by 3-1. Good performance, good result. I'm happy. I'm happy with that, and I hope you guys are as well. We ain't gonna do the let's talk anymore. I've just got stuff to do, so I won't have time for it, unfortunately. My man of the match, I'll give it to Rashford. He was our best. Two assists and a goal. I'm happy. I'm happy with the performance. You can see the Everton fans aren't happy. Sack the board. Enough is enough. They want Cartwright. Is it Cartwright? Did you, Tom? You did. Well done, Tom. Well done. I'll pin it for you. There we go. So yeah. Why am I gone blurry? Hello. But yeah, so we ain't gonna do the let's talk, unfortunately. Just got a lot of stuff on. But yeah, thank you all for watching. If you have enjoyed, please do hit that like button below. Subscribe if you are new and you haven't already. That would be greatly appreciated. We will be back. I don't know about the Charlton game. My hope would be that I'm not doing it, to be honest. But if I am, well, let's go, I guess. So yeah, that's on Tuesday. So we might be live for that, we might not. And then we should definitely be live for the Manchester United versus Manchester City Manchester derby not this Saturday, sorry, but next Saturday. That would be the 14th, I want to say. Yes, the 14th. So yeah, thank you all for watching. See you for the Thailand-Malaysia game, yes. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you all in the next one in a bit.